Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is October the 21st, 2020, and we're going to be transplanting some pansy and viola seedlings today. Now, I thought it would be fun to have some pansies and violas blooming over the winter time. So I started some seeds in the new greenhouse, and I planted the Swiss Giants mix. And then I planted the Swiss Giants Orange Sun. I did a Frizzle Sizzle mix. I did a Springtime mix. Did some violas from some seeds that I had collected a long time ago. I wanted to see if they were good. So I had a mix of pansies and violas, and I just thrown them in a pack one time when I collected my seeds, and I wanted to see if they were good, so I planted some of those. And then I had my the Swiss Giants. It's a black and yellow pansy. That this one here is actually getting ready to bloom. Here you can see the bud is down in here to bloom, and I have a viola getting ready to bloom back here, and I already did have one bloom. I'll show you as a picture of that one. So we're going to get these planted here. So I have my container here already filled up with my potting mix. And we're going to be planting the Swiss Giants mix. So these two right here. And I'll explain why some of these are missing then later on. Now I could put 3 in this container here, but I'm only going to put in 2. Look at the beautiful root systems on these. These are gorgeous. So these were started back in August. Beautiful root systems on them. That's how I like root systems to look. Nice and full. No sign of root rot. My little planting hole here. I'm going to rough the roots up here some. And what this does, by roughing the roots up, it allows the roots to go out into the soil, and they won't keep growing in that same little cubicle that they're kind of growing in now. I'm just going to stick this one here over here. Filling around here. Now I'm not going to cover the pre-existing root ball. I'm letting that go. I'm just putting my soil in around here, getting out the air pockets, and I'll get them out more when I water these here. Now these are a nice, beautiful green color. The camera, with the way the light's coming in, the camera has them a little paler than what they actually are. They're a beautiful, beautiful dark green. There we go. I'm going to get some water here. Just come over here. Now, my soil shrank down here on me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my soil from the sides, or if I wouldn't have enough, I'd have to go back to my soil bag and get some more. And I'm just kind of filling it around here, firming this plant here in. There we go. There we go. Now you're in your nice new little home. Take some from over here. And it's normal for your soil to shrink when you water your stuff. That's completely normal. I actually like my potting mix to be drier or dry when I transplant my stuff, because it's easier to just water it then and to work with it, and you don't have to worry about your soil compacting to like a hard brick. So my potting mix that I use is the Miracle Grow all-purpose potting mix, and that's my preferred choice for my potting mix. And I'm just going to water this till water runs out the bottom here. That way then I get the air pockets out. And this also helps, watering also helps to get your air pockets out. As you can see, there's an air pocket right back here, and I'm going to fill this in. Because if the roots hit that air pocket, it's not the best for them, so. Okay, now they're in their nice little home there. So I'm going to be keeping my potting mix moist, but not soggy. I don't want to overwater them, and the reason why I'm only putting 2 plants in here is because pansies can be susceptible to spider mites and aphids. So I really want to keep a nice airflow going. I don't want to overcrowd my plants, and I just want to, make sure I give them enough room to grow. And because they're going to be growing in the greenhouse, I just want to make sure I keep getting that airflow going for them. And even when these start growing and they get larger, I'm still going to have, enough airflow here. If you overcrowd your plants, they're not going to grow the best. They can, be smaller blooms, different things like that. Now, you can feed them, which will help a lot, but I just want to give these room to grow, give their roots room to grow. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing, what happens with this. I have another pansy thing back here, and there's another one over there. And I said I would explain why some of these are missing here. So what I did back in August, and this was an experiment, this was completely an experiment, I decided to see if I could germinate my pansy seeds in the greenhouse, even though it was hot in here. And, we have, the new greenhouse has the 2 doors and has the roll-up sides, but it still gets pretty warm in here. Not as hot as in the old greenhouse, but it still gets, pretty warm. We get temperatures still in the 80s. And I thought, I wonder if there's a way, if they will germinate. And I had gotten a comment, I think it was last year, from a lady out in California, and she was having trouble germinating her pansy seeds. And California, where she's at, it's really hot there. And it's kind of an experiment to see if I could grow them in the greenhouse and get them to germinate. So what I did is my pansy seeds, I always keep my seeds in the refrigerator. And I put them in Ziploc bags, and I chill my seeds for at least 2 weeks before planting them. These here are stored in the refrigerator permanently, so that the shelf life lasts longer, and I find that I get a better germination rate out of them keeping them in the refrigerator. So when I planted them in the greenhouse, I had a lot of shade from some of my other plants, and in between my plants there wasn't anything growing there. So when I planted my pansy seeds, I planted them in, and I put them in the shade of these other plants. So even though it was hot in the greenhouse, it was a little bit cooler in the shade because the other plants were covering them. So what I did is I kept my seed starting mix moist. I kept misting it so my seeds didn't dry out. And they started germinating for me. And now not all of them came up. Some of the seeds got accidentally put down too far. I was using my water hose to water them with, which I should have been using a spray bottle. And the one day I had the pressure turned up too high on the hose when I missed it across them, and it put my pansy seeds down too deep. So that's why some of them didn't germinate, and some of the seeds kind of weren't 100% up to standards for what they should have been for germination rates, despite the pre-cold treatment. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes, you know, you'll get a pack of seeds, even when you cold treat them, they just don't germinate as well as what they should. So, and you know, I was really happy they came up for me, and they did germinate for me. Even the ones I tried in the old greenhouse germinated for me. And again, they had the shade. There's a big maple tree, and in the afternoon, when the sun comes around, the maple tree put shade on the one spot of the greenhouse. So that's where I was germinating them at, in the old greenhouse, and they did germinate for me. Now these are growing very well, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing them bloom. The Frizzle Sizzle mix, I've never seen that one bloom, so this is going to be exciting to have a new mix here. And I've seen the springtime one bloom already. There's a lot of different colors in that one. Very pretty mix. The Swiss Giants, they're one of my favorite mixes. There is another mix I had grown a long time ago. It was the Colossal series. And those flowers on that mix were huge. Now, I think that one's a hybrid. And I really enjoyed that mix. Beautiful colors, nice full plants, large, very large pansy heads on that one. And then it's going to be exciting to see what the Viola pansy mix that I had, you know, collected seeds from a long time ago and just threw them all in a pack together. It's going to be exciting to see what they turn out to be. You can see one here. It's kind of, it looks sort of purple and white there, and I'm really excited to see what they look like. So my pansy seedlings back here, they were being fed with a Miracle Grow 777 African Violet food. And I had the plant food. It's in a bottle, and you put the solution into your watering can, and they were getting watered, and they were getting fed, they were getting fed once a week with that. And I was trying an experiment to see if it would work for them. I had the plant food for when I used to grow orchids, and I would feed my orchids with it, and I had some left over, and I thought, I wonder what it would do with pansies. So I went ahead and I tried it on my pansy seedlings here, and they're beautiful. They have nice, beautiful color to them. Now, the ones over here, these here were direct seeded in, and I wanted to see if I could direct seed them in, and it did work for me. And these, because they're larger and they were already established, are being fed with Miracle Grow Bloom Boost 153015. So I'll put links down in the descriptions for them if I can find links for them. So it was pretty interesting experiment to do and to try. And I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, how they bloom over the winter time in the new greenhouse. Now this one here is growing a little tall, and I might pinch this one to make it bushy. I haven't decided yet. I should have pinched it a long time ago, but I was looking to see how they would grow, so I wasn't really, you know, too worried about pinching them to get them fuller. And I do have a video on my channel for how to pinch your pansies to make them nice and bushy. But the purpose of the experiment was to see if I could get the seeds to germinate and if they would grow in the greenhouse. And there's a bigger one here. So when these start blooming, I'm going to come back with another video, and I'm going to show them to you and show you what they look like. And I do have videos on my channel for how to start pansies from seed. If you're growing them indoors, that's the the video that I have on there, because before I had my greenhouses, I grew all my stuff under lights inside, and you know, the videos are on there for how to do your pansies. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. That'll tell you as I put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'll have a link down in the description for my Twitter account. Thank yous for watching, and everybody have a nice day. Bye!